You with the boxing guru. For this episode of Under the Microscope, we're going to weigh in on the big fight that's taking place in Atlantic City, New Jersey this weekend, alongside the boardwalk. Man, Atlantic City, man, was legendary for some big fights back in the day. Arturo Gotti, man, he was the face of Atlantic City boxing, man. All the major fights he had with Mickey Ward, Ivan Robinson, even that beatdown he took when Mayweather fought him. Mike Tyson fought there, Bernard Hopkins, all the legendary fighters, Larry Holmes, man. I'm glad Atlantic City is definitely back in the mix on putting big fights back on. I'm happy, man. I used to go there damn near every other few months, especially when E Bunny from my hometown was on the rise coming up. PBC used to promote big fights there before they was doing it in the Barclays Center. Man, I miss those days in Atlantic City. But this weekend, the fight between Gary Russell versus Mark Magsayo is definitely going to live up to the Atlantic City history of legendary fights. Trust me and believe me. The young lion, Mark Magsayo, is definitely going to make his claim this weekend, put the world on notice when he fight Gary Russell, in my opinion. But I think he's going to fall up a little bit too short, in my opinion. He's going to come up too short in this fight, just by a little bit. But he's going to let the world know this is his coming out party. But is this the night that Gary Russell get old overnight? Is this the night that Gary Russell get put to night-night? Is this the night that Gary Russell get made to look like how Lomo made him look? In my opinion, I don't think so. I believe Gary Russell boxing IQ, his skills is definitely going to pay the bills on Saturday night against Mark Magsayo. I definitely believe Gary Russell is definitely going to pull this fight out, even though Gary Russell is getting up there in the age of 33 years old, because typically when a fighter get that age, anything can happen. You know, a lot of them start declining, the foot movement, the reflexes and stuff like that. They don't move around the ring like they used to. But Gary Russell, he really didn't move around the ring a lot. He used angles and he used a combination of punches. So I believe that's going to be critical, and it's going to be an advantage and a disadvantage for him this weekend. So that's why this fight is definitely going to be legendary. And it's going to be a back and forth type of fight because of Gary Russell's style and Mark Magsayo's style. Gary Russell always going to be in the line of fighter because he throws a bunch of combination punches. So that's definitely going to play a major part in the outcome of this fight. So it's definitely going to be critical how this fight plays out. So in my opinion, I just believe that's going to be difficult for Mark Magsayo because he's young and he don't stay behind the jab in his fights. So that's going to play a part because he throws a lot of wide looping shots, and that's going to let Gary Russell be able to slide out or get close to him and hit him with body shot because Mark Magsayo doesn't like body shots. So I think that's going to play a difference because Gary Russell has a lot of different he has a lot of different arsenals in his game. So that's definitely going to play a major part of him pulling out this fight by a majority decision or split decision. So I'm leaning towards Gary Russell definitely to pull this out for his father. I'm sorry to hear that about his father getting his foot amputated. So Gary Russell is definitely going to be spirited for this fight. So I believe Gary Russell definitely has the ability, and it's definitely not going to be the night that Gary Russell get put to bed or the night that Gary Russell lose. In my opinion, Gary Russell is definitely going to take Mark Magsayo this weekend, but Mark will not go out without a fight, and then he definitely will make a stake to be a young up and coming prospect after this performance this weekend in Atlantic City, New Jersey, alongside the boardwalk. Gary Russell will win this fight, in my opinion. Subscribe to me if you want more of the Boxing Guru Show. Come get it. 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 Come get it.